Hello and welcome to Solidworks Station. My name is Stuart and in today's tutorial we're going to look at some sheet metal work. We're going to look at creating this particular part. Now in this part we've got a few things that we've covered before in previous sheet metal work, however there are some new bits as well that I'm going to look into. First of all, there's a 45-degree jog that we've got here. We've also got an edge flange. We've got two of those actually, one here and one across. We've got a mitre flange on this side and one on the other side. And we've also got a piece that's been cut out in this section here. What I'll show you as well at the end is how to fill in the gaps around the sheet metal work using the weldments tab. Best of luck, let's get started. I'm going to flip into Solidworks and I'm going to open my top plane up and I'm going to go normal 2. I'm going to go to sketch. I'm going to sketch a center rectangle from the origin and sketch out. Let's give this some smart dimensions. So 150 millimeters here, and we're going to go with 80 millimeters here. Once we've done that, we can go to the sheet metal tab. We can go to base flange tab. We can go to base flange tab. And we can put in our parameters there. So this is the thickness of the sheet metal. Let's go with 2 millimeters. K factor for the bend allowance. Let's keep that at 0.5. We've got a different calculation there. Change this value quite easily. And we've also change this one. We're going to leave these at 0.5. Tick. And there is our 150mm by 80mm, 2mm thick sheet metal. Next, we want to create this jog at 45 degrees. Now this happens 30mm up the sheet metal work. So into Solidworks, and we're going to click on this face. We're going to go normal 2, sketch, and we're going to sketch a line. From the top of the sheet metal all the way down to the bottom. Press the escape key and let's smart dimension this with a value of 30mm from this edge. Green tick. Perfect. Green tick again. Okay, we're going to go into sheet metal. We're going to click on jog. If you've not got sheet metal available, you need to right click any of these tabs across the top and just ensure that sheet metal has been ticked. So sheet metal, jog. It's asking us for the selection for the fixed face. Now the fixed face, if we just go onto our image, is this one. This one hasn't moved. This side after the 30mm line has moved. So this is our fixed face. So the fixed face, make sure you've clicked in here and then click on our fixed face. Now you can see what's happened there. It's jogged up by an amount of 10mm and at an angle of 90 degrees. Now I'm going to show you how to do a few changes here and then we'll go with the option that we've got in the drawing, which is the jog of 10mm at 45 degrees. So let me just show you a few things in this features manager over here. So with jog, what we can do is we can click on the fix projected length. What this is we know that this is 150mm. If this is ticked, no matter what we do with this value for the jog, the sheet of metal will remain at 150mm. Now, if we just move this back down to 10, if this was unticked, okay, this 10mm would be deducted from the 150. So if I up this to 20, 30, it eventually runs out of material. Okay? Because we started it 30 millimeters from the edge. Okay? We've got the jog position where it's going to start. So if we just zoom in here, there's our 30 millimeter line. And at the moment, we've got bend center line. Okay? So this is the center here of the bend, and the center point is running through our 30 millimeter line that we drew. This one is material inside, so if I click on this, all of the material becomes inside this line. Material outside, all of the material now is outside of that line. And finally, we've got bend outside. That moves the whole of the jog bend outside of the line. We're going to go with center line. We're going to change this to 45 degrees. Fix projected length. And we're good to go. Green tick. Control 7 on your keyboard. Good. Right, we're ready to do the next step. So, we've got an edge flange, followed by another edge flange. We've got a cutout, and we've got two mitre flanges, one on either side. So let's start with this edge flange. The first edge flange is going to be 20 millimeters. The second edge flange is going to be 40 millimeters. So we're going to go into sheet metal. We're going to go to edge flange. I'm going to click on this edge, drag up, and left click. Then we're going to change the value over here for the flange length to 20. We can keep these the same. So outer virtual sharp and material inside. Just keep these the same for the time being. Green tick. Same again, edge flange. Click on our edge, move it across, and type in the value of 40 this time. And green tick. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to have a look at producing this mitre flange on this side, and we're also going to look at mirroring this as a feature over to the other side by mirroring it through the front plane. Okay, so I'm going to go up to mitre flange. I'm going to click on this edge. I'm now going to click under here, Control 8 on my keyboard, go to line, and I want to be sketching a line from here down, escape, back to line, L on my keyboard, and all the way through to the end. Now I'm going to give this a smart dimension of 5 millimeters. Green tick, exit the sketch, and you can see that my mitre flange has been put into place. Green tick. Okay, we can just hide this plane. Just right click and select hide. Okay, we need one on the other side as well now, so we can go to features, we can go to mirror, the mirror face or plane. We need to open this flyout window here. We need to move down and find our front plane. So just click on front plane. We're going to mirror this in this front plane, and then features to mirror. Just click on the mitre flange that you've just done, and you can see a preview on the other side. Perfect. Green tick. Control 7 again on your keyboard. Okay, we're getting there. We've got to look at creating this. Okay, and then finally I will show you how to create some weld features as well. Right, so in order to create the little hole that we had, we need to unfold this section. So we need to go into sheet metal, we need to say unfold, and it's asking us for the fixed face. Now the fixed face in this example is this face here. So left click here, bends to unfold, this is the bend. Okay, just zoom in a bit there so you can see this here that's in orange is the bend. So left click and then green tick. What that will do is unfold that particular piece. Now we need to draw in our hole that we've got here. So click on this face, normal to. Then we want to draw a line from the origin, a line at 90 degrees, offset entities 10 millimeters, make sure bidirectional is ticked, green tick, sketch a line across, and we're going to sketch a line across here. Trim entities, trim to closest, and just trim this up. Perfect. Let's give it some smart dimensions. So from the origin to here is 10. This line here we want to be 20. And our sketch is now fully defined. I'm going to go into sheet metal now. We're going to go into extruded cut. It's asking us for the contours to select. We want this one and we want this one, and ensure that we've got through all. Okay, you can do blind if you know the thickness, which we do. We could put 2 in there if we wanted to, and that would have the same outcome. And green tick. Good. Obviously we need to fold this back down, so in sheet metal we've got fold, so we click on fold, fixed face, it's already captured this as the fixed face, and bends to fold, we want this one, and green tick. Control 7 on your keyboard. Okay, and there we have it. You can apply a material to this if you wish, but I'm going to show you first how to create some welds. So this is really simple. Just make sure you've got the weldments tab open. If you've not, right click, go to weldments, left click on weldments, and we're going to do a weld bead. So click on weld bead, and we're going to go for a weld path. The weld path is going to be along here, round here, and up to there. Okay, that's the weld path. We're going to do a 2mm weld, for example, and we're going to green tick. Now, we get told here, alright, that it's a 2mm weld, a bead weld, through this leader line. However, we can't see it. So we need to click on the eye at the top, click on the drop down button and go to view weld beads. Okay, and we'll be able to see the weld that we've put in place. Okay, I'm going to turn this off. Okay, and if you want to delete this for whatever reason, you have a weld folder over here in the features manager. Just click on the drop down, right click and delete. To apply some material, we're just going to go into the appearances, scenes and decals. Let's go to an appearance, we'll go for metal, and we'll go for polished aluminium, let's say. Drag and drop that on, select body, and there we have it. So that's been a tutorial on sheet metal work. We've looked at how to produce a jog, we've looked at how to produce a edge flange, how to produce miter flanges, how to produce holes or cutouts within our sheet metal work, and we've also had a look at producing welds and how to apply material. This has been Solidworks Station. I've been Stuart. Any questions, any comments at all, please feel free to leave those below, and I'll be more than happy to get back to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Many thanks, and see you soon. Goodbye.